This is radio, right, guys?
Yeah, I think
There's
so.
a bunch of weird sounds happening all at once.
Speaking of weird sounds happening all at once.
What do you got?
That video that went viral of Koko the gorilla playing Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers bass.
Let's take a look at this.
It's kind of funny because, like...
They spell Koko with K's, right?
Yeah, Koko. I spoke to her once.
What?
When Koko was a thing back in, like... Because Koko's, like...
That's not how bass is spelled, stupid me.
Yes, it is.
No, there's no E yet. It's
No,
not
that's
bass
not
like
that bass.
like a going to a building that is a base. This is a...
Play a little tune for
There's Koko the gorilla.
Slapping the bass with her giant gorilla fingers.
Okay, I thought this was going to be something way better.
What did you expect?
A gorilla playing a bass guitar is what I expected.
Well, give her a minute.
It's kind of nice. Coco.
This is the greatest thing that ever happened.
She's got to sniff it first.
This is the day that I will never forget in my
All
life.
right, pause. How stoned is that dude in the background?
That's
He's like,
Flea.
okay, well, how stoned is... That's Flea?
Yeah.
He's got to be pushing 80.
He's like 60.
Oh, my God. He's
Or
the oldest
50.
man I've ever seen in my life.
He's also probably like, he did a lot of drugs.
He is so zoned out. He's laying down in the background. There's a
Well,
gorilla
I think-
holding his bass guitar, and he's going, this is the greatest thing that ever happened.
Well, I think partly the laying down thing is, I think when you're next to a 500-pound ape, is you kind of remain calm and don't make any, like, you know, she's old too, so I don't know, like, you know, I mean,
But that's not the...
you don't need another Harambe incident,
That's...
which is what she's playing an ode to. She's trying to slap the bass and play the song of her people.
Did you know that Harambe is beating Jill Stein in the polls in Texas?
Thank God.
Yeah. So, anyways, no, this is not a man laying down for safety precautions. There's a man laying down because he's relaxed and he's under the influence of some kind of substance.
So what? As long as Koko might be. She looks kind of out of it.
Yeah.
But then
Coco's pretty zoned.
she's like 14 when she, in human years is like, I have no idea. That's old.
That's not real, though. The human years and animal years, it's all just regular years. We just say things so, you know, when the
But,
animal dies young, everyone's just like,
there
it
was a
was a
ti-
baby. And like,
there was
no,
a-
but in its years, it's an adult.
Back in when like instant messenger was a big thing, they had a thing where you could, part of like the Gorilla Foundation, you could send a message to Koko and like she'd sign and like someone would type the response back in. And when I was little, I did that. So like
And what did you say back to you?
I forget what I asked her.
She's like, why are you talking to a gorilla, you nerd? Is that what she said to you?
How can I be like you? And she was like, well, let me tell you about genetics.
Yeah. All right, so let's watch the rest of this
Let's watch the
video.
rest of it and then we'll get into...
Here's Koko, and by the way, not playing a bass guitar, holding a bass guitar, and this is the equivalent of a baby playing bass guitar. It is hitting the strings and making strange noises with it.
And also sniffing and
I was
licking.
expecting like a serious like bass line. From
Why
the
would it know
gorilla.
how to play bass?
I don't know.
It can't just pick up a guitar and start like slamming out like
Okay, here's what
hot jazz.
Right, this is the Red Hot Chili Peppers thing. My sweet and true friend Koko rocks a Flea bass like it ain't nothing. That's what Flea wrote.
Okay.
This is not rocking a bass guitar like it ain't nothing.
It's a gorilla. What are you again? Your
I'm
standards are
expecting-
too high.
No, I am expecting the thing I was promised.
It's slapping the bass. What do you want? It's actually
literally
slapping the
yeah,
bass.
it's literally just slapping a bass. It's not actually playing the bass.
Well,
guitar.
I'm sorry, it can't play under the bridge. All right, like
It is failing my expectations.
this is also a gorilla that like plays with kittens. I don't. It's one step at a time.
What does one have to do with the other?
Well, I'm just saying it's learning one thing at a time here. You gotta, you know.
Who jumps from playing with kittens to playing the bass guitar?
Oh.
That's literally not a thing.
It should be.
All right, well, here's more of Koko, quote unquote, playing the bass guitar like it ain't nothing.
That ever happened. This is the day that I will never forget in my life.
She picks the guitar.
She's playing with the chord. She knows what she's doing. Oh, see, she's adjusting it.
Okay, you can adjust the knobs.
She's not adjusting it. She's a knob and is twisting it.
Now she's picking her nose and adjusting the knob again.
Ah, that's gross.
Gorilla boogers.
How about we go with manners before bass guitar? Oh, wiping its boogers on the strings. Oh no, eating the boogers off the strings.
Very curious gorilla. Very curious, you know.
Ooh, that was a good one.
I mean, her hand is kind of making like a.
Like it.
Like she's.
Nice sound.
All right, that's the whole video.
She kind of.
And I guess they don't show you that she starts shrieking, picks up the guitar, and rest in peace, Flea. No, but That was absolutely not what everyone said it was going to be.
I really want to know what you expected. Like,
I expected a bass guitar
like some
to be
George
played.
Jefferson, like
George Jefferson.
what did I? Not George
How old
Jefferson.
are you? George Jefferson from the Jeffersons.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Clearly. All right. So, no, but like kind of like like the Seinfeld thing, or just first of all, I expect the bass guitar to be plugged into an amp, or that
Yeah,
freak the
because
gorilla out too
introduce a
much.
gorilla to like electricity and like amps.
Let's just plug that thing in and see.
Yeah,
how
just turn it up
likes-
and just see what happens when a bass vibration hits
I
a
feel like
500-pound ape.
What we should do is we should spend a lot of time playing Black Sabbath to the gorilla, and then we see what happens.
Just Koko goes into a goth phase and just keeps signing sad all the time.
Yeah. All right, we got John Sr. in the chat room saying he could throw it on the floor and make the same sound, and I agree with that. The gorilla could throw the bass guitar on the floor and make the same sound it was just making.
Yeah, well, so can Flea. I mean, I don't know.
How is that your argument that Flea can't throw the bass guitar on the ground and then it starts playing
Well,
under
because
the
he's part of the
bridge?
Red Hot Chili Peppers. They could literally just drop all their instruments on the floor and it would be like a platinum album.
Yeah, I guess that's.
And then they
that's-
just dye their hair weird colors and run around naked on stage. And
That's a
you
case
have
of-
a gay Red Hot
That's
Chili
a
Peppers
case
concert.
of people buying the name and not the actual product.
But that's what happens when you become a band that big. Is
Right.
that it's the name that sells. I think one of the lead singer of, what is it, the Flaming Lips or whatever it is? Flaming Pinks?
Flaming paint?
Pinks.
Pinks? I don't know.
Flaming Lips, I think. He made a comment. He's like, every time I listen to I always hear like some kind of garbage on the radio and then I realize it's just the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
But Banksy, when he was in New York City a few years ago, was doing that thing where he made a bunch of paintings, and he just had some guy in like Central Park or whatever selling just the paintings. They weren't labeled as Banksy paintings; they were just selling them as paintings. And people would go by and look at them and just walk away. And they only sold like a few of them.
But then did he write Banksy on
And
them?
then what happened was he announced that, yeah, this guy was selling actual real Banksy things. These things are worth millions of dollars. And it was the point of the people are not buying the art, they're buying the name Banksy, which is why seeing the art, they're not interested. But if they saw the art and knew it was from Banksy, all of a sudden they would
They're
be interested in having
yeah.
it. And that was a really cool way that he kind of showed that. But yeah, how did we get to this topic? I remember
Gorillas?
it started with Koko the gorilla. I don't know how we
Well,
got to Banksy.
yeah, and my eternal dream of being a gorilla one day.
I'm more impressed when elephants paint pictures.
Yeah, I've seen that. And I saw an elephant recycle once. That was interesting.
Recycle?
Yeah, she picked up garbage. They had her on a camera. She picked up garbage out in like the resort she was in, and
And did what with it?
put it in a recycle bin.
Oh, is that code for its mouth?
No, just put it in the recycle bin.
All right. So, but it wasn't told to do that. It just did it on its
No,
own.
I was just wandering around the grounds and just found like a water bottle. I just picked up and put it in the proper bin, which I thought was impressive.
Those things, dude, elephants,
Are very smart.
my God, I really think they know more about what's going on than they let on.
bury their dead. Did you know that?
No,
and they
it's kinda
mourn them.
weird.
They cover their dead with like leaves and bushes and stuff, and like quote bury them, and then they mourn, and then they move on.
Yeah, elephants mourning. I'm definitely familiar with that. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I like elephants.
Elephants are cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get like woolly mammoths back and stuff.
What?
Mastodons.
How did it? Where did that jump come from?
Well, because that's what they're working on. They've been working on that for like a long time.
Ooh.
Scientists, yeah.
The scientists are working on.
You know,
bringing
like
woolly mammoths back?
why do you think we have such an interest in these frozen mammoths we keep finding? Like, because we're trying to make another one.
But why? Did no one watch Jurassic Park?
Yeah, you can't. There's a difference between like a giant lizard and then like a giant elephant.
Yes.
That,
Here's the issue I have. Giant.
okay, so they're only like 2 times the size of a regular African elephant. So just picture an African elephant.
Just 2 times the size of an African elephant. That's humongous.
Yeah.
That's a word
Put
I
it in
haven't
a
used
zoo.
in years, by the way. I think
Put in a zoo or
humongous.
make a new source of meat and hunt them all over again.
So we're, my God, what a sad existence. The woolly mammoth
Gets
being
brought
hunted
back.
forever. It's wiped out. It's brought back just to be hunted
Hunted
again.
again.
It's like some kind of Greek
Tragedy.
punishment story,
Yes.
you know?
Like Sisyphus rolling a rock up a hill.
Yeah,
right?
that's exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Why have you brought me back?
Yeah.
No, but reality, they want to take they have enough DNA samples they can impregnate or inject DNA into a elephant embryo and try to reproduce a mammoth.
They're injecting what into what?
They can-
Mammoth DNA into an elephant embryo?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a mammoth then. It'd
Well-
be an elephant mammoth, right?
No, because they're actually using Indian elephants, which have a closer genetic bloodline to mammoths,
Yeah.
and they're in the same genus or whatever it is. Like they're all like in the pachyderm family, so like it would still be a mammoth.
They're in the pachyderm family?
Well, they're pachyderms.
Really?
Mammoths? They're elephants.
They're related to pachyderms are pigs, aren't they?
No, pachyderms are elephants.
Are they really? What's a pig then?
A mammal?
Pachyderm. Did I spell that right?
Yeah. See, it's rhinos and elephants.
Oh my god, then what is a pig? You know, I'm getting my information from a South Park episode where they're making fun of Honey Boo Boo, so I don't know why I'm even offering an opinion here. Pig family.
Hogs and pigs.
Let's see. I don't care enough to find.
Scuffa.
Oh, there. It's got to be this, right?
Yeah, swine. Where do you think that comes from? Suidae.
Sweet. All right. Well, I learned something today, and you know what? Then I get this.
Yeah, they're all in the pachyderm family, so it probably would just come out as a mammoth because the DNA is the same. It just evolved.
All right.
It's the same way like how we all have like we're in the primate family.
Yeah.
Like we all have primate DNA somewhere in us. It's just we evolved past it. They're just unlocking the genes that are already in the embryo with the new DNA. So we just make a new mammoth.
How desperate are you for a scientist to unlock the primate gene inside of you so that you can finally achieve your goal of becoming a gorilla man?
So excited.